I cry. The reason why I cry. When Jesus saw her weeping, and the Jews who came with her also weeping, he was greatly disturbed in spirit and deeply moved. He said, "Where have you laid him?" And they said to him, "Lord, come and see." And Jesus began to weep. I have seen too many deaths. I have been to the hospital too many times. Hell, I died and came back by the power of God's Spirit, and it's all too much. The other day, upon rising and entering and encountering my darling spouse, instead of greeting me with the regular morning salutation, "Good morning," or "Grand rising, beloved," she said to me, "Why have you been crying?" I believe that I am crying a lot more lately because I have a lot more to cry about. I'm experiencing tragedy after mortal tragedy, and I swallow the pain of my sisters and my brothers along with my own healthy dose of mournful energy. It is so much going on the inside that my soul can't contain it, and I spill over. My interiority is exposed, my feelings are uncovered, and my inner life is laid bare before anyone with the courage to look at me and see my sadness. Primarily, I believe I am mourning the loss of my former self, which I lost on the evening of February 26th of last year during a near tragedy that continues to haunt me up until this present moment. As a result of that experience, I've had a certain kind of feeling that has me anxious and foreboding and living my life on a spectrum of pain and insecurity. If it were not for the sustaining power of God Almighty, my wife Arnetta, my son Molly, and my son Keita, and my daughter Mariah, I would not be able to function. I feel so unworthy to take up spaces, and I feel awkward in almost every setting where other people are present. I just like to spend time with the Lord now. I guess that's what it is. I just know I enjoy the pursuit of isolation and aloneness when I used to feel each day with people and situations that required my attention. Now I just want to be quiet and contemplative and think things through. A great deal of my time spent thinking is spent on loss, what I have lost, the losses of my beloved sisters and brothers through death or just estrangement. I grieve the losses, and I cry a lot about what I have lost, what we have lost. I never see these deaths coming. They are unexpected losses of life, and I wish I was present to be with the beloved as they leave this world. I try to be present and available for those who suffer loss, all the while nursing the illness of my own personal encounters with losing loved ones. The suffering is unending and everlasting, no breaks, all day, everyday suffering. What you thought it was. Doubtless during Jesus' time, death was commonplace. They had organizations designed and created for the mourning of lost loved ones. Now a certain man was ill, Lazarus of Bethany, the village of Mary and her sister Martha. Mary was the one who anointed the Lord with perfume and wiped his feet with her hair. Her brother Lazarus was ill, so the sisters went and sent a message to Jesus, "Lord, he whom you love is ill." But when Jesus heard it, he said, "This illness does not lead to death. Rather, it is for God's glory, so that the Son of God may be glorified through it." Accordingly, though, Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. After having